Welcome back to Avatar. Last episode, our cabbages, they were destroyed. They're gone now. We're a eunuch. We have no son. We have no heir. So naturally, we're in a little bit of an issue here, seeing as it's game over if we die. So, what we've done is married off our sister, our younger sister, they're lovely, my cabbages, to this nice man here. He's a genius. Hopefully, with this matrilineal marriage, we can keep our dynasty alive and well. If not, it's game over. So, no pressure or anything. What we're going to be doing with this guy is playing tall, like I discussed. We'll try and build ourselves up into a powerhouse. We're going to invest quite heavily, as one of you pointed out, in bending arts to give our benders, obviously more of an offense there. So fire bending, earth bending, air bending, and water bending, plus 60%. Really, really useful. So we go for that one. We'll go for military organization. We'll just have a huge retinue of airbenders ready to conquest wherever the hell we want. Now, unfortunately, we can't do much right now because the current state of the southern air temple here is that of let me see if I can find it here. We're a pragmatist, which means you can only declare war as a sort of first strike, as a decisive measure against an enemy. Now that means that, say for example, we wanted to go to war with Avatar Kyoshi here, we can't, because we would need the aggressive realm setting before we would be able to do that. We need the aggressive custom here. So ideally, we still want to work our way up to becoming that Elder rank. Ideally, we can join the... What's the White Lotus? Excuse me, I would like to leave. What is the White Lotus? By carefully showing subtle interest in joining this society, you will hopefully be discreetly contacted. Done. We're joining the White Lotus. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds very, very useful. Shrouding in mystery for untold eons, the White Lotus is dedicated to preserving the balance of the world. That seems very appropriate, seeing as my original goal for this campaign, and still the goal that I've got in mind, is to have each air temple dedicated to a particular element. Now, one of you pointed out last episode that that's going to cause us an issue if, say, we make this one over here Earth Air Temple, if that makes sense, the Eastern Temple. If we turn this one into Earth, and then that character dies without an earthbending air, what will happen to it? Whether or not it will just revert to, you know, an airbender, or whether or not nobody at all, no particular bender at all. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Obviously, the best method I could think of would be vice royalties. Not sure they exist in this. Not sure how we do that at all. If you've got a good suggestion, let me know. If not, we might have to come up with a different idea, because unfortunately that just won't work. That's something I hadn't really considered. But yeah, if they die without a firebender, then their air won't really fit our goal. So if you've got a good idea, let me know instead of that, or if you've got a way to make that work, of course. I'd like to see that happen, because I think that'd be very, very cool, having this sort of balance, keeping the world together. But unfortunately, it might not be possible, which means I might need to go back to the drawing board, and maybe go back to that Fire Nation reverse attack. That could be pretty interesting. Or maybe even, you know, becoming an earthbender, or becoming a waterbender, a nomadic waterbender, and attacking the Fire Nation instead. That could be interesting. Anyway, we've got to play tall with this dude, build ourselves up, get those retinues of airbenders built, get our gold rolling in, because we've recently built a factory as well, which is going to give us some really interesting stuff in terms of taxes, in terms of disease resistance as well. Jesus, that's going to be really, really broken if we get this disease resistance fully upgraded, along with our currently existing, what is it? Is it our nomadic one? One of these gives resistance. Yeah. Southern Air there gives disease resistance plus 40%. So that stacked together, it's going to make us immune to all diseases, which is obviously incredibly, incredibly powerful. What else have we got here? We've got, like, that one also gives it. Good lord. Spirituality. Morale of armies is very, very good. Battle opinion. Oh, that's really good. We need construction, though, for pretty much all of these, it looks like. Yeah. So this is what our construction is going to go into. Armor factory gives bonuses to our armor troops. I don't think we can get that. I think that's only Fire Nation that can get that, right? Weapons factory is good for non-benders. But as we're an air temple, one of you was explaining to me that air temple only accepts children who can airbend. So they're entirely a nation of benders. Whereas elsewhere, that's not the case. So this is probably not relevant to us. Production lab gives economy tech points, so taking that earlier would be better to be able to obviously build up quicker. That gives military tech, and that obviously gives cultural tech. Right, okay. I think upgrading the tax would be the best starting point to obviously let us expand quicker, because we'll have more money to play around with. And we'll just go from there. And I apologise in advance if I sound a bit delirious. I'm having to record this quite early in the morning because my internet's having a lot of issues lately, which is why I haven't been live streaming. But I want to make sure that I've got plenty of time to get this episode uploaded in, so that, you know, should my internet go out for more than half an hour of time, or should the upload be interrupted, it's going to give me, you know, more chance to actually get it uploaded. So apologies if I sound a little bit strange. So, let's just carry on. Let's just blast through on speed 5, as we have been doing, and just build up our realm, try and get ourselves a decent heir. If our sister doesn't come back from her pilgrimage in time to obviously have a son, or I suppose it would have to be a son, wouldn't it, to be born of her line? Oh no, it had to be a daughter. Hang on. There's a problem here. If only daughters are adopted into the mother's line, she's only ever going to have a daughter, and women can't inherit, hence why she's not our heir already. Oh shit, we might just get game over then if I don't adopt an heir. Yeah, that's not good. Okay then, search for a successor, anyone? I feel like that's not a bad idea. Let the search commence. It's 100 prestige to try and find ourselves. I believe we get the choice of 3. However, if we don't go for the first one immediately, it's not like we get to look at 3 and then decide. You basically get them appearing one after another. So if you say no to the first one, you don't get a second chance. So we've got to be very careful here. Alright, so the council are voting on the usual stuff. So we've got this dude, 21 years old. He's a scholarly theologian and not very good. Like, across the board, he's got 8 diplomacy, 3 martial, 9 stewardship, 1 intrigue. Not great. His stats are also pretty bad. Content, honest, envious, not happy. No, I must continue my search. Goodbye. We have Dovika, who is yet a scholarly theologian. Oh, for God's sake. No, I must continue my search. Or we've got Sonam, who is, 22 martial. Interesting, okay. And he's a master bender. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. I like this guy. Do we want to go for this, or do we want to try again? You know what? I'm going to give it a couple of attempts, because it's only going to cost 100 prestige per go. What are we going to spend prestige on, honestly? So, this is our first search. I can't imagine we're going to find an incredibly good character in our first search. So, we've got to remember, Master Bender 22 Martial is the stats to beat. If we find somebody better than that, we should probably just go for it. So, I'm going to say, it's proven fruitless. I'm sorry. Did they just spawn in our gauntlet and just stand around? Okay, that's pretty interesting. Can we do it again? Oh, God, we can't. Have I just made a massive mistake? Have I just made a horrible, horrible mistake? Let's wait and see. My mother died of a natural death. One of you said marry off your mother and get some kids. It unfortunately won't work, because obviously she's not of our dynasty. Let's celebrate. Sure, let's celebrate maybe going extinct in the first few episodes. That's always a good plan. Our liege is going to appoint us a councillor. Oh, he's actually going to make us his chancellor as well. Yeah, why not? Maybe we can push through some votes on his behalf. Excellent. Our councillors are gaining martial. Just what I want. No, I need an heir, though. Shit, we could be in trouble. Okay. Let's just let it be. Lady Urslem's assistant assured you that you were asleep. However, Urslem's potion had failed to fully take effect. Even though you could neither speak nor move, you were still aware of everything they did to you. You tried to scream and thrash, but you were a prisoner in your own body. The procedure seemed to last forever. It was successful, but I paid a heavy price. We no longer have cancer, but we are now a lunatic. The operation drove us mad, and we've lost our cabbages in the process. This hasn't been going well, has it? This character is cursed. He's a cursed man. I feel like we probably should have taken one of those airs then. I didn't realise it was... Seriously? Your horse has always struck you as the dependable sort, a quality you feel is sorely lacking in your counsellors. Glitterhoof, I appoint the Meditor of the realm. Is Glitterhoof an airbender? That would be so good if Glitterhoof was a goddamn airbender. Alright, why not? Honestly, why not? Stick around, let's see if I can do something cool with you. Maybe we could teach Glitterhoof to airbend. We have that option, don't we? Oh no, we have to join the Elder Council. We're trying to join the White Lotus. Huh. I feel like this could be really, really bad. I've just realised that the character who gave us that draft that turned us insane was my wife. My wife drove me insane. Thank you, wife. So, what's the plan then? My wife Urslem is pregnant, and I can't possibly be the father. No, that's actually true. The realm is already astir with gossip. Everybody knows that Lord, Elder Shiuk of Awuga is the father. Excuse me. Denounce them both as traitors. Whose mans is this? She doesn't have any lovers. Who the fuck is Elder of Awuga? Hang on. Title finder? Unbelievable. Just as we thought this guy's day could get no worse. County of Awuga. It's this dude. Lord Elder Cock of Awuga. Yeah, why not? We'll go for that one. Huh. And he's a barbarian? Why? Oh, my wife's a barbarian. Did we just get... I won't question it too much. I mean, it doesn't matter, because it's not like... It's not like our wife was gonna... You know... Oh, we could execute, but it costs us 20 spiritual... You know what? You turned us insane, and you've just slept with another man. So, you know what? You can have your head rolled. Thank you. Great. Okay, well, now we've basically got all our eggs in the sister basket. Maybe the son will be born to her line because it's matrilineal. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Lamo. Oza? Oh my god, it actually was born to the father's line as well. Is this not game over? Are we doomed? Maybe I can search for another heir. Maybe I can search for another heir. It's fine. We'll be okay. You're hosting dinner for some local dignitaries when the full moon comes into view in one of the windows. You're completely naked when the guards find you crouched on your balcony howling at the moon. Good. Well, this series is going just about as well as I thought. Yeah. No, let's try this again. Search for success. I'll lose 100 prestige. Right. This time we know. Maybe just pick one of the dudes that comes up. Okay, so. For the love of God. We found this dude. What is he like? He's flirtatious. He's paranoid. He's apathetic. He's an incompetent bender and he's 22. You know what? No. He's not appropriate. This dude. Oh, God. Incompetent. Oh, my God. I feel like we found a golden guy before. Oh, Master Bender, 22. Yeah, he'll do. Long Tok is the right choice and a worthy successor. Skilled Tactician, Master Bender, Airbender, Air Nomad. Perfect. Welcome. My son. Well, not my son, but my... Wait, my... Oh, my God. My heir is... He's also not of my dynasty. My heir, however, is my sister's child? I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's not our dynastic heir, but I mean, neither does our son, so it won't matter either way, right? Okay, I guess we'll just wait and see what happens when we die. I've decided to institute the absolute rule law. All that's needed is the support of yourself and my other loyal vassals. Seeing as we one day will become the Grang Elder, I'll approve that. Why not? And this man here, Gyatso Ningpo, has offered to build us a statue. Sure, so be it. Surprise me. We've got plenty of gold to spare. Now, speaking of which, we should be spending this gold. Like I said, we're going to play tall here, and I've completely not done that. Do we want 200 airbenders? Do we want 30% morale of armies, +1 stewardship, 30% levy reinforcement, or 600 retinue size, or +1 learning? I think we'll go for the storehouse, actually. Yeah, I think we'll go for that levy reinforcement and retinue size. That's going to be very, very nice when that's finished. All right. Now we play the waiting game and see what happens when eventually we die. After a long journey, their lovely My Cabbages has returned to the temple from which she was born. Her travels have given her insight into the wider world. Welcome back, my sister, who has actually ruined the game basically for us. Thank you. Were we going to have to kill our nephew? I kind of feel like I have to, but he's the only true living descendant of Elder Hongji. Maybe we could adopt him. Maybe we could adopt this boy. My nephew, Lamo, and our future character, I would assume, is actually turning out pretty decent. Is a charitable little rascal. He just gave his newest toy to the smith's son. Yeah, no, I want him to have that. Whoa, he's already got curious and affectionate, and he's only 7. That's very, very powerful. So, I've only just started educating him, and he had an affectionate before then. Curious has come from the thrift focus, and charitable is just great. He's got 8 diplomacy already. He's only 8 years old. So this could be very good. Oh, no. I just realised what event we just got that popped up then. Seriously? Since the incident, some weeks ago, I felt uneasy. I took a walk along the coast to clear my mind in a small village where people claim to worship the Old Ones. Following in our father's footsteps, we too are going to keep Cthulhu sleeping. Tonight he will wake. Elder Watch Out for the Man puts on a black robe and a wizened old hat. The cult has gathered for the ritual on the shore of the black and stormy sea. The chanting begins. Penang Louis Mugnaflaf, that's Welsh by the way, and in the depths of the dark waters something stirs. Should we just die? Our father kept the beast asleep. Maybe we should die and offer ourselves up to it. Gain 100 spirituality. Very good. I offer myself up to you, Cthulhu. Game over. I figured rather than giving up on this otherwise unwinnable game, we would carry on playing as our sister's son and obviously descendant of our first character there, Elder Lamo of the Lari Islands. We're now an 8-year-old boy. We are uneducated, we're an air nomad. We did become an airbender, though, and we're incompetent. So we're still playing of our first dynasty, however, we are of our father's dynasty instead. We're still a descendant of our first character, so it kind of makes sense. A little bit of a stump in the road there, but you know what? I'll let myself have a free one because we're still getting used to this mod pack and the strange things that it has. The unusual succession laws and... Sorry? I haven't got any councillors? Oh my god, we have no court. Why? We have no courtiers. They didn't seem to transfer to us when the titles did. Okay, fair enough. No, we don't want the trait fussy. It's not great. We'll take the prestige instead. Now, we need... What we do need... Oh, there we go. Our court's back now. We do need a good educator, and unfortunately, no one in the court really is very good at that. Our mother is patient, kind, and ambitious, which are all quite nice. She's also not at our court. She's at the capital. She left. So did our father. Who's raising us right now? My god. We've got to like, manifest destiny a bit here. Okay. So we're looking for anybody who's diligent or humble, diligent, humble, or patient, I should say, to educate our child. This character is ambitious, kind, and diligent, and erudite, all of which are very, very good. So you're definitely getting invited to court to be our educator, unless I can find anyone slightly better. I'm going to type in diligent, because that's the best trait. There's no diligent and humble. Oh, there is diligent and humble there. Tenzin. Unfortunately, he's also gluttonous and envious, so maybe not. Let's go for patient instead. Honestly, this character that we've just found is probably the best one we could have hoped for. Right, she'll do. Sign Guardian. And plus ambitious as well. Obviously, there's a chance of us grabbing that, which would be very, very good for us. And now we play... Demonstrate arbitrary. No? Oh, there we go. My Guardian Boshi took a strap to me for smashing the goblet. I see that it was wrong now. Lose the trait arbitrary. Thank you, Boshi. Inquisitive, curious, and friendly. I'm always the first to greet strangers. Gain the trait gregarious. Hey, that's very, very good. We're building ourselves... Oh, never mind. I rushed to meet the guests and got to the hall before my Guardian Boshi. For that, I earned a spanking. Lose the trait gregarious. Okay, you know what, Boshi? You quickly changed my mind about you, friend. That would have been really, really nice. I suppose it doesn't really suit an air nomad, does it? Oh, shit. My mother died in childbirth. Well, we've got two brothers, so we're not going to get game over anytime soon. And we've got a sister. We probably want to marry ourselves off to, again, a genius character. Try and play the eugenics game a little bit. One of you suggested, and I think this is a really cool idea, to follow the avatar cycle. So if we're air, next up should come water, right? What is it? Air, water, earth, fire? I believe it's the cycle. Not entirely sure. Feel free to correct me on that one. So we want to find a waterbender who is an unmarried woman, preferably a genius as well. She's a healer. That's cool. Character has mastered the healing technique and as a result can help the friends and themselves. Healing wound. Close enough. So I assume if they have any subtypes of power... Like, for example, an earthbender also has sandbending, or a waterbender has the ability to heal. Can we inherit that as well? Or is that something you learn? Not sure. I suppose we can find out. Now, we're trying to find anybody with any congenital traits at all, to be honest with you. This 13-year-old girl is apparently a healer. That's pretty impressive. Anybody with genius or strong? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Damn it, that's unfortunate. So much I'd like to follow the avatar cycle, I honestly would prefer this genius trait first. What about her? Genius and an earthbender? That sounds pretty good. This girl is 13, so a bit close to our age there. Follower of the Great Serpent. Not sure what that means. We would need to invite them to our court, though. She definitely wouldn't accept a betrothal, would you? Would you, maybe? No. Okay, we'd have to get someone of our age and invite them to our court, then. She's 23. She's not anybody in particular. She's not a counselor or anything either. So let's send her a gift. Can we buy a favour? No. She doesn't like her nearly enough, because we're still too young. Let's wait until we're older before we shop around for a wife. If you play with me, I'll let you play with my toys. No comment on that one. Getting the trait charitable. I would like that one. Yes, thank you, Guardian, for not getting rid of charitable. We're turning into quite the diplomat, and honestly, I'm quite happy to go for the diplomacy route here. And we can't build anything up, can we? I wonder if we get those bonuses as a child. Because that would make sense to us why we have such a high... We've got stewardship +2, diplomacy +2. If we hover over diplomacy, base of 5, attractive +1, affectionate +1, charitable +3. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that is 10. So we're not getting the bonus from these buildings, then. Is what I'm getting from this. That's just not working right now. I think, again, it's because we're a child, we're in a regency, and we have to be... Oh, shit. Wow, we're going to be a good diplomat, then. We've got both affectionate and curious, which is going to make us a very decent diplomat. We should definitely go for that one, then. I guess maybe when we come of age, the buildings kick in. I honestly can't say I've ever considered that before in CK2. An airbending master has taken an interest in my airbending skill. Gain the trait Competent Bender. That's a good start. I'm not too worried if we don't become, you know, a particularly good airbender or anything like that. You know, we're not looking to become, gain the trait Cynical rather than Shrewd, naturally. I don't know what I expected. And gain the trait Arbitrary. Fine. Let's gain Arbitrary again. I was so happy to be playing this character because I thought they were coming out pretty well. I'm changing my mind. We're 14 and we've got the most ridiculous beard. And now we've got Envious. Oh, but we did lose Envious, so that's fine. Thank you, Guardian, for at least stepping in and doing your job for once in your damn life. Get the trait Trusting? Really? Oh my god, this character couldn't have come out any worse. Get the trait Lustful? Well, I suppose that's better than nothing. I'm really not happy about this. Arbitrary, Cynical, Trusting. Man, what a bad character. Okay, we're going to have to take up... Again, it's just quite unlucky because our Educator is very, very good. We just got very unlucky with it. We're going to have to take, like, the Rulership focus or Theology focus to start off with and try and get rid of some of these crappy, crappy traits. Great Eminence, though. That's great. We became an Air Initiate. Obviously very good. Is the building giving us some +9, +1 is obviously 10. It's still not working, though. Great Eminence is giving us 9, Attractive +1, so 10 overall. Base of 6, 16, +3, 19, plus Trusting is 1. The buildings aren't giving us those bonuses. Oh, I feel like I've wasted my money now. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Unless it's adding it to... does it add it to the base? Am I going crazy? So Stewardship +2 with the Storehouse. We've only got 3 Stewardship. Arbitrary... Maybe it adds it to the base? I don't think it does, though. Let me know, YouTube commenters, if you think this is working. If not, I might have to go into the mod and see if I can't tidy that up a little bit. So first things first, let's go Rulership focus. Let's go for Groom and Heir. No, we have to be married before we can do that. Let's find ourselves a wife then. So any genius, any unmarried genius woman, she's 21. She's genius and lustful. She doesn't have any bending trait though, so you would be more preferable. She's genius, kind, zealous, ambitious. She's chaste, a little bit of a downside, but she's got 23 stewardship as well. Can we maybe buy a favor? No, she won't buy a favor. Damn it. We just find someone who likes it a little bit more. Kim, I think we could get, just because she's already has 22 opinion of us. Oh, she likes us 32 though. Really? Let's send her a gift. Buy a favor for 80 gold. I sent her a gift just so she'd like us more because she's going to become our wife. So we're going to get ourselves a wife who's a sandbender, which is kind of cool. Be interesting if we could play as that because obviously that's quite a niche one, I think. So that could have some interesting gameplay mechanics. Right, let's go ahead and marry ourselves a sandbender. Weird. Fair enough. Sandbending, like I said, this character being a sandbender would be really, really cool. And here we just about have the worst council that's ever existed. We've got a mediator, a diplomat with the diplomacy of 6, a bookkeeper or a steward with the stewardship of 2. Really not good at all. We're an okay character, though. It's not too bad. The ambition is obviously... Oh, this is interesting. Our ambition is obviously to groom an heir. Fertility plus 20%. I'm not falling into the same trap I fell into last time with no heirs at all. I don't like House Oza, though. Not happy with this. Gonna have to fix this. You know what? If you squint hard enough, that could definitely be a cabbage. We are now Dynasty. My cabbages return. Perfect. Reborn anew. We've taken on our maternal grandfather's house, and we've created a cadet dynasty. Water Tribe expansion. News has reached us from across the seas. There have been a startling upset in the Earth Kingdom. Oh, so they've been conquered by one of the Water Tribes? Oh yeah, they actually have. Look at that. Wow, they've taken a lot. Fair enough. Chiefess Kiar have recently dealt a defeat to Earth Kingdom. Okay, fair enough. Water Tribe's growing military strength. Startling news. Can we steal their technology, though? Because those were pretty skilled in certain things. So, we want to study bending arts to try and make ourselves a very, very powerful retinue of Earthbenders. Now, I've sent my steward to go study tech in Earth Kingdom there, so hopefully that'll be... It's actually not increasing at all, because we're already quite high in it. Oh, no, bending it, sorry. I'm looking at military organization. Yeah, no, we're doing alright then. That's actually increasing from that. That's really good. Right. In terms of military strength, how are we doing? 1,600 men. Our liege has 7,600 men, but knock off our own numbers there. I don't think we'd beat him in a war. We want to get independence as soon as possible, but I feel like we're going to have to wait until we've built up those airbending retinues. Now, they take 200 per retinue cap. Oh, no, retinue cap uses 600 for 200 troops. Yeah, I always get that confused. So we can get 2,000 airbenders, though, which is pretty decent. That's not bad at all. That would definitely bolster ourselves up. We're going to have to save up a lot of money, though, before that. And honestly, I want to wait till we've got some kids before we start focusing on the whole economy side of things and flipping over. Hey, there we go. That didn't take too long. My wife, Goyo, is pregnant. Now, like I said, I really want to play as a Sandbender because I think that would be incredible. I think that would be really, really fun to see how that works. Now, we're always going to stay as... We have an heir. We have a son. I'll check him in a second. We're definitely going to stay as air nomads in terms of culture because it's the most interesting culture type with the weird voting system. I think that's very, very cool. And I like the religion as well. It's got a lot of good benefits to it. So we're not going to move away from that. We'll just, you know, focus on being a different bender. Obviously, we want to become the Avatar. That's the ultimate goal. Not sure how we're going to do it. Maybe we have to be particularly skilled. Maybe it's just when a character is born. And maybe the Avatar has to not be alive. You'd sort of assume that, right? Seeing as they're reincarnations. So you might have to kill off Kyoshi. The issue is, Kyoshi is 148 years old and has 56 martial. Maybe just beat her in war? And then when she's in our prison, execute her. We genuinely might have to... And we can make our capital her in Kyoshi Island. That'd be interesting. You have a new heir. If your character dies, you will now play as Batu. My Cabbage's Return. No. We're going to call you, finally, My Cabbage's Return. My son, finally. Did he get genius? Did he get attractive? Neither. He's terrible. Well, he's not terrible. He is obviously our son, which is better than nothing. I'm still going to trade him in Thrift, because Thrift is still just arbitrarily the best education trait for CK2. We could go with Struggle if you want to make a martial character. It's slightly better than Thrift, but only if you want to make a martial character. So if he doesn't get those good martial traits, he's basically just going to come out bad. Thrift, you can still make a good martial character with, but maybe he won't be as good with Struggle. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure. Are we going to be ready to attack them by then? Yeah, I think we will. Yeah. No, you know what? Let's put all our eggs in the martial basket. The next character is going to be our expansion character. We're going to seize the day and start putting our plans into action. So I've gone ahead and invited the most skilled members of the Air Temple in their specific areas. So we've got one with 17 diplomacy, a much better counselor there. 24 martial is obviously an incredible martial, bookkeeper. So our current one has 2 stewardship. New guy has 13. So although he's not very good, he's definitely an improvement over the last dude. Intrigue of 19, well, that would definitely help our tech points. And then Spiritual Master, our priest, 19. That's very good as well. Right, so we want to double check where the best bending arts is right now. You know what? It does look like sort of Central Earth Kingdom is doing pretty well. I'm actually going to send them here. So let's go ahead and study tech in Kuishang, I think is how you pronounce that. And they can go and deal with that for us. Let's collect some taxes so we can still play tall. And eventually, you know what? Why don't we start it? Otherwise, I'm going to be sat here playing tall for generations. We need to get a move on here. Let's start making our retinues. Let's prepare for war and get in that independence and start building up our kingdom. So what I want you guys to do is let me know what you think of the plan as it is right now, which is right now getting independence. We need a long-term plan, though, because I'm not sure, as I said earlier in the episode, if there's a way to guarantee that, you know, Western Air Temple is going to remain fire and Northern Earth Temple will remain earth and Eastern Earth Temple will remain water, or whether or not that'll be something we'll have to, you know, maybe that's something we'll forget about and move on to a different plan. If you've got any good plans, let me know, because I'm more than interested to hear about them again. So my first time playing Spawn, and even I don't really know a huge amount about the Avatar world, so before we really get into the swing of the series, let me know what you think. There is just an opportunity, an option to unify all of the kingdoms. There is a very endgame goal to do that. I mean, I'm sure there are other people that have done it, which is why I wanted something a bit more original, but if you want to see me do that, by all means, I will happily do that as well. Thank you for watching. Been a bit of a weird episode, but we're up on our feet. The dynasty is back. We've got an alright character, and I'm getting ready to make some moves. We can't play tall forever, as much as I'd love that. And now, on to the patrons. The newly updated patrons list will be available tomorrow, so thank you for all of your support, and I apologise if you haven't got it already, but it takes Patreon a few days to get the list compiled. And a big shout out to the current top tier patrons: Big Dick Timmy, Sean Thornton, Zachary Harris, Harik, Lucas Holting, Heydog, Croesus, Gabriel Randers, Jocelyn Dean Tesla, Michael Mullen, Logan Thorne, Conspired Seed, James Ogilvy, Escape, and Jackson Widman for their support at the ridiculously high Patreon level tiers. Thank you for your support, and a big shout out, of course, to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Brandon Matonic, Necrophilim, Felix Deal, Prince Ugly Dragon, Nick, Noble S, Quet Larchley, Zareven, Facundo Vasquez, Paul Master, Imperator Augustus, Jack Allen, Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, I'm the Lizard King, Llewellyn Thomas, Joran De Vries, Euphrates, Duncombe 2 and 7, Jordan Campbell, Asro, Sidini, Josephia, and Chris for their support at the regular Sane Boy tier, patron tiers. Thank you for your support as well. Without any of you, the channel would be dead and buried. Well, that's not entirely... Well, it would be at this stage. Let's put it this way. If I hadn't set up Patreon, there'd be no way the channel would survive. For various reasons. So thank you. You know, it is generally because of you guys. Appreciate that a lot. I just realised there's a spelling mistake in-game, and I'm never going to be able to unsee that now. See you next time.